evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is December 28th. Of course, it'll be December 29th by the time it gets uploaded. It is Friday. It's about 7 o'clock. So we're here today to do my finishes video. It's gonna be kind of wonky because while I was going through my finishes, I realized that I gave away probably half of my finishes this year because they were like ATCs or gifts that I was stitching for people, things like that. Yeah, so I was going through and piling them up, and there's several that I do have pictures of them to be able to show you. I'm going to go ahead and insert them instead of holding up my phone. And except for maybe one or two ATCs where I just, you know, when you're doing a mystery stitch, you're trying not to post on Instagram, you're trying not to post on Facebook, things like that. Well, I would just forget to take a picture altogether if I wasn't taking it for those purposes. So there's a couple I don't have pictures of. And I was kind of trying to go through the Facebook group and find those pictures, and if I do, I'll insert them when I talk about them, but I hadn't been able to yet. Okay, so let me pull up. I have a little list that I created so that I'm attempting to do them in order throughout the year. Which actually, disclaimer, if you watch the end of year wrap up with me and Jessie Marie, I didn't have this information in front of me, so I said my first finish of the year was Birthstone Dragons. It wasn't. It was like my 5th. Who knew? Okay, where did I put that? There. Okay. Let's see. Minimize that. I like to still kind of see what I can see. Alright, so my first one will be inserted here. We're going to insert here. And it is Fitz Frog. It's one of the Advent animals. I was really pushing to try and get these finished this year. And I didn't. But, let me see if I can remember. No, I know. It's 28 count, I'm such a mess. 28 count Lugana and Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. So, is what all the Advent animals will be. So, if I forget, that's what it is. But I'm going to try and say that with each pattern that I go through. Now, I think I was still looking for that one before I started this video. But I'll insert a picture anyway, because apparently it didn't make it with me. Again, so Casey dropped me off today. So I tried to bring a limited amount of things so that I wasn't having to haul it all in here while the guard that was here was still here, yada yada. So there's some things that got left behind. In fact, I should have all these Advent animals, but I didn't think to grab that because it's in my active whip still, not in my finishes bag. So anyway, Fitz Frog. Going the wrong way. Next is a Noel ornament. This is by Ursula Michaels. It's in the Ornaments Galore book. And I have to look at the picture because I don't remember what fabric I put it on. Because, again, it's not here with me. It's not here because I pulled it out and started to work on finishing it. And I didn't have what I needed. And so it got put somewhere else. Oh, this was some Monaco that I dyed myself. So, it's kind of like, you can look at the picture over here. I really need to start, like, scooting over and putting things on the right, because my natural instinct is to point right. So yeah, it's a 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself. Okay, the next one is Cheshire Cat. No, I know this. I think I know this. Those are out of order. Okay, this is Cheshire Cat by Brooks Books. See, yeah, I'm going to do that. We're switching to the right, just to confuse y'all. Okay. So, Cheshire Cat by Brooks Books. It's been in there for a little while. This is on 32 count Lugana in Dusk by Belfast or Silk Weavers or something like that. I picked it up at an LNS, so it didn't have all that information that you usually get, but you're gonna see the fabric a lot today. I used it on a lot of different pieces. I think that is just so cute. I really need, next year needs to be the year of FFOing. I have, look, this entire thing is full of my 2017 finishes. I'm going to have one for my 2018 finishes. I will be right back. That interruption. So we just finished Cheshire Cat. The next thing I worked on, or the next thing I finished, was Fancy Outhouse Owl by Michael Powell. I did this with Michelle Bendy Stitchy. Michael Powell Garden Shed, but then she got one of the people that helps him, they recharted this to look like an outhouse. And so they had a salve for it, and I got it all finished up. This is 28 count Lugana in Chloris from Under the Sea Fabrics. So, there's that one. Next, I think y'all heard me discuss this. I gotta go back up my list to make sure I'm not missing something. Okay. Was my Birthstone Dragons by Ingleside Imaginarium, Brittany. And this, I do not, nope, that's not. Okay, hold on, I need to pull up because I don't remember what fabric that is. Okay, this is 32 count Lugana in Heritage by Picture This Plus. And I did do some changing on this one, not threads, but I changed the August Dragon. I kept the colors and changed which dragon I used, because the colors, correlate to the birthstones, but I didn't particularly like the dragon that was charted for August, and since August is my birth month, I refused the right to swap them around. So the August dragon became October. Hold on. August, September, October. This pink, this one with the wings down here, I need 3 hands. I need EJ's, like where she clips it to a board. Okay, so this was supposed to be August Dragon. I put it in October and I used October's colors. And then the October Dragon, I moved to December and used December's colors. And then I took the one that was supposed to be in December and put it in August and used the August colors. So that's the 3 that I swapped around. I think April might still be my favorite though. She's so gorgeous. Okay, there's that one. And I finished this one February 26th. I know I didn't tell you that on the others. We'll get there. Well, I'm as I go, I get a little bit better about things. Okay, the next thing was Rudolph. Now that I cannot get my stuff together. Right hand. Rudolph Reindeer. It's another one of the Advent animals. He's so stinking cute. Again, on 28 count Lugana and Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I finished this one March 3rd. So, next is a tree ornament. That's what I call it. In the books, they don't. I think it was just called tree. This is another Ursula Michaels that came out of that Ornament Galore issue. I'm trying to stitch the whole issue, but my issue with that is I start to get bored of them. So maybe one a year, 1 or 2. We'll see. Because Wreath took me forever because it just wasn't filling it anymore. And this is just on 18 count Ada white. Next, my heater's acting up, so I have to turn it all the way on until I can't stand it anymore, and then turn it off, let it get cold in here, turn it back on. Otherwise, my lights start flickering. Next was a Halloween ornament that I got out of a, let me see if I wrote it down. This is why I make the project records, so that we could do this, but then I've got to remember to look at it. This is a design by Amy Brukin. It was in the Just Cross Stitch Mat 2013 Halloween issue. Got Candy. It's on 32 count Belfast in Dusk by Silk Weavers or Zweigart. That's what this is. It's the same one as Cheshire Cat. And I think I changed out something and put the Kreinik for her hair and on her boots. And it's done 1/1. So it's a lot of stitching. I don't know that I'll do 1/1 much at all anymore. I will, but just I think I overloaded. I had too many projects trying to do 1/1 in order to make them a little bit smaller, and it was just too much. Next, you'll see right up here is Deborah Donkey. It's another one of the Advent Animals on 28 count Lugana and Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I finished this one March 24th. Got Candy got finished on March 17th. Okay, next is Love and Cat. This is a Doreen Jones pattern. It was from the World of Cross Stitching episode. Issue number 244. All you need is love and a cat. But the cat is not allowed to pee on your cross stitching or else you don't love it anymore. Not really. I still love him. That's why it makes me even more upset because, you know. So, on black 18 count Ada. Super pretty. Don't think I'll put it on Ada or black Ada ever again, but you know. And this one was finished on March 29th. Okay, next, let's see. You'll see a picture over here of the fully finished 100 Years. This was a piece that I stitched for my grandmother on my stepmom's side. So I have lots of grandmothers. It gets confusing. She's a teacher, so I thought this saying would be super perfect for her because, you know, what teacher doesn't change some kid's life? And she's just a super amazing person. So the fabric is 28 count Monaco. It's dyed by me to be her favorite colors. Well, she decorates her house in earth tones, and then her favorite color is blue. Hence the blue around it. And I did change up the threads in that. There's still DMC. I just picked what colors I wanted. Lizzie Kates are super easy to swap that DMC around. So next was Monopoly. Again, inserted here, fully finished. I absolutely love the finish on this one. I was so excited when it turned out exactly like I wanted it to. This was on 18 count Ada. It's the one that sold on Etsy. And if you've been with me this year, you know what a struggle bus it was, and I had to work on it every Saturday to get it done by a deadline. And then my middle piece was the middle piece Monopoly was off, and so I like cut the fabric, sewed fabric together. I went through all kinds of trouble for this piece. It was amazing. It auctioned at $150, so that's super exciting. Next, again, this is an ATC. Let me see if I can get the exact name of it. How many? Sorry about all the shaking. It's called Hearts on a String by Doreen Jones. It was just cross-stitched June 2018 on 28 count Lugana that I coffee dyed. So MCG Textile. And this was finished on May 4th. The Monopoly was finished on May 1st. And yeah. This was for ATC Garden for May 2018. Alright, next, Stitching Witch. I actually finished this one at StitchCon. It was charted to just be black on white, but I changed it up and put 550 as the words and the little bubbles everywhere to be gold crying egg. This is from, oh, that's not the right one. Did I not make one for this one? Oh, yeah. This is just cross stitch October 2014. The designer was Maria Warmke. The fabric is 28 count Opal Lugana in Dreamsicle by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I finished it May 23rd. No, that's not right. Because I finished it at StitchCon. So it was finished in June. I wrote that down wrong. I will fix it. So there's that. There's another ATC right here. This is for the ATC Fancy Felines, May 2018. The whole pattern was actually 2 of these cats next to each other called Firecracker and Freedom. I only stitched 1. I did it 1/1. The designer is Carolyn Manning. And I think it's super cute, but I don't recommend doing it 1/1. Now, if you do it, 2/2, it's a pretty big piece, but it's on 28 count even weave in blue. I believe I dyed myself. There's that. Where am I at? My next finish was the Lakeside Linens with Doreen Jones Under the Sea Stitch Along. Yay! Look at that. Put my daughter's initials in it because this is going to be for her. And she loves everything under the sea. It was an amazing stitch along. I love the way she did it. I didn't keep up with it, but I thought it was super awesome. That bottom row where you got all the sand and stuff, a lot of stitching. So this is 32 count Lugana and Calypso from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is a beautiful color. I think I need more of that in my stash. Next time, Leslie. Next time. I finished this one June 1st. So, see, I thought I had them all in order, and apparently I didn't, because, I'm sorry, I finished this one July 1st. July 1st. I'm still in order. We're all good. We're good. So, next, let's see, is an ATC right here. This is for one of the challenges was A. What is that? Oh, okay. Okay. Was A is, and then you're supposed to come up with this. I got this off of Pinterest. And so A is for airplane. And it's a cute little airplane. I did change the colors, picked my own colors. And I finished that on July 5th. Next is another picture over here. This is Patriotic Garden by Waxing Moon Designs. It is, I did it for a Patriotic Smalls exchange in the Texas Stitchers group. And it's on 14 count Ada. And 14 count Ada, called Tulip Gardens by Jodrey Designs. It was, the fabric was gifted to me, and then I used it for this. Again, I took a bigger design and made one little piece of it, and then I believe this one was sent off to Crafty Angie. So, that was finished July 7th. We're going to backtrack just a little bit because I forgot this ATC. Some of these got a little out of order. Yeah. This is, I called it Summer ATC. It was on a blog. Happiness is cross-stitching.blogspot.com. The lady's name is Lynn that designed this as a free pattern. It's on 28 count Lugana, but I don't know any of the other information about the fabric. So, and it was finished on June 1st also. Okay, where are we at? Back over here, we have Sophie Squirrel. She's an Advent animal on the 32 count, or 28 count Lugana and Frozen Fractals by not Under the Sea. Hand dyed by Stephanie. Starting to try and get too much of a hurry. I need to slow it down. And she was finished July 7th. She might have been finished a little later than that, and I wrote it down wrong. Next, we also have Rascal Raccoon, another Advent animal on the 32 count. Why am I saying 32? 28 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I was really trying to push to get these Advent animals out this year, so it seems like a lot of mine finishes are these smalls. Alright, next I finished Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. This is on 32 count gold linen from Christmas in Williamsburg by Under the Sea Fabrics. You know it, you love it, because we all love this fabric. It's super amazing. And got those Christmas rules done. And then with plenty of time to get it ready for Christmas. And look, it's folded up in the whip bag. I even thought about it like 3 times during the holidays, and I just got too busy to FFO it. And I didn't want to just like slap it together. I wanted it to be nice. So that was finished September 24th. Next, Quotes to Live By Stitchrovia and McCondon on, I believe this is 32 count Jobelin and African Daisy that I got from 123 Stitch. I absolutely love that fabric. The pattern's amazing too. I was so excited when I completed that. It needs to be hung up. I'm telling you, I have got to FFO some stuff. I was on Virtual Stitchers last night with Lori and Kim and Megan, and they were like, I see a nice little wall space there for stitching, and I'm like, I'm working on it. It's going to be my stitchy corner. I'm going to get some stitching on the wall. Next was Cleaning House by Lizzie Kate. So, cleaning the house while the children are growing is like shoveling snow while it's still snowing. So, this is 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself to be a light yellow. Still have half a piece I can cut off and do another little Lizzie Kate. So, that one got all done on October 19th. Almost done, people. We're making it. Let's see. The next Advent animal is Cassie Cow on 32 count. I'm going to have to correct myself every time. 28 count Lugana, Frozen Fractals, hand dyed by Stephanie. Okay, next is, it finished October 26th. Next is, that was supposed to be up there. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere in here, but I don't know if I am. Also, that summer ATC earlier, there may not be a photo up. I don't know. We'll see. If I pointed and there's no photo, it's because I never took one and I can't find it. So next is another ATC. This was a fantasy themed ATC, and this is Bird Fairy. I don't have the information for it written down. It was, hold on a second, I'm getting a call. Let's get this finished up before somebody else can call me. We're just getting our schedules for next week, which is when we leave for London, and Like, she didn't give my mother-in-law the time off, and she scheduled me at a site she doesn't have anymore. No, it's madness and chaos. So, where were we? Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, so, ATC Bird Fairy, I don't have the magazine that I got it out of, but it was in a fairly recent magazine, I think. And I think it's on some more of that dusk fabric. Pretty sure. So, but I got a picture. I did that much. Okay, next is this wreath. This Christmas wreath that I still haven't, I mean, I started to fully finish, but I haven't actually fully finished yet. Because I realized that part of what I was thinking about doing isn't going to work. So here's what that looks like. And this is that 32 count Belfast in Dusk by Silkweaver. And the design is from the Ursula Michaels Ornaments Galore book. So, woo. I just tossed it. Okay. Alright, last two. This is one of my Flossmas starts that I ended up finishing that same night. It's called A Cold Snowman by Bent Creek. Now this was like a little add-on pattern that was on there. That wasn't the main pattern, but he's so freaking cute. So, the fabric, I don't remember what the fabric is. I know it's like, it's what I had my Santa's Village on, but I don't have my Santa's Village project record with me. There's been some madness and chaos in the record keeping department here at Sammy J Stitches. So I don't have that for you. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll find it eventually and you'll find out. So there's a Cold Snowman. Lastly, we have Stiach. This was made by Stiach. It's Stiach number 6. Is I think the name of the pattern. And this is on 28 count linen in Hecate by Undersea Fabrics. And for any new subscribers, this was an ongoing stitch along, a mystery stitch along that we didn't know. We didn't know until the last freaking second that what it was going to be. And you were given kind of a choose your own adventure for this section. I didn't like any of what they provided, so I charted that myself. So home is where the Wi-Fi connects automatically. It kind of drives my husband crazy that my phone automatically connects to Wi-Fi. So that is my 2018 finishes. Oh, something else I wanted to go over. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I've got... See, sometimes when I go to make these videos, I'm just like, push record, start recording. Do you have all your stuff together? No. Let's see. All right. Since we're kind of wrapping up, this is a finishes video. We have my 2018 year of whips. I started out the year with 16 whips on my year of whips. Of the 16, I have yet to complete 3. They're moving on into 2019. I have 2 that were UFO'd and all the rest were finished. So my finishes today that were year of whips was a Cheshire Cat, Christmas Rules. I got 1 page finished on my Heaven and Earth design. You'll see that in my whips video coming up soon. The Fancy Outhouse Owl, Love and Cat, Monopoly, a page on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, 100 Years, the Under the Sea Sow, and the Burstone Dragon Sow. So 10 finishes out of 16. That's more than half. 2 UFOs. That brings us up to 12. And 3 left over. Wait, hold on. That brings me up to 15. 1, 2, No, I only had 15. Why did I think I had 16? I don't know. So 15, 10 finishes, 2 UFOs, 3 going into next year. I would say that is a very successful year of whips for my first year of whips, and I'm excited to participate again in 2019. But the minimum is 18. So I will be back shortly with a whip parade. Not tonight because I don't have my whips with me. And a couple of them I still haven't stitched on yet this year, so I'm trying to get those touched on before I show you an update. So it'll be a whip video, some 2019 plans, and then I think we should be ready for the new year, right? Right? It's just around the corner. We just have 4 more days. 4 more days because it's the day that I head to Houston is on New Year's. So, yeah. That's it for me. I hope y'all have a wonderful stitchy week, and I will see you shortly.